the disjunction part. Okay, so let's take a look at the graph for disjunction. We have three types. The first type is this one right here. So the answer is either less than -3 or bigger than 4. Okay, they do not have to overlap. So any answer over here is an answer, any answer over here is an answer. Okay, that's one type. The second type is let's say that you have something like this. Okay, now if you look on this graph yesterday, because we are dealing with intersection, conjunction, the answer had to be in between here where the two things overlap. Okay, but it's not true with disjunction. Disjunction is the answer can be anywhere as long as you shade it in. So if you have something like this, the answer is all real number. Okay, so everything on this graph is shaded in. All right, okay. It could be over here, it could be over here, over here, negative infinity, positive infinity. Okay, the last graph is something like this. It just, let's say something like that. And then let's say that you're moving this way and you're also moving this way. Okay, all right. So yesterday the answer was wherever the two shaded areas overlap each other because it's and. All right. So what happened today is, again, your answer is wherever you shade it in. So the answer actually start right here and go this way. So 15 minus 11x is at least 103. Then we have 13x minus 19 is at least negative 19. All right. Then we are going to solve for this. If you don't understand how to solve equations, it is time for you to learn. All right. Then what I do next is I divide both sides by the coefficient of x, which is negative 11. X, flip, negative 8. The reason I flip is because the 11 is a negative, and you are divided by a negative. Okay. And then we're solving for this side, which is the same exact thing. So 13x is bigger equal to 0. X is bigger equal to 0. All right, let's graph those two inequalities. The negative 8 is to the left of the 0, and that's a closed circle. Close. X is less than or equal to negative 8, so you shade to the left of the number line. And we also have a 0 right here. Closed circle. X is bigger or equal to 0, so you shade to the right of the number line. All right, so we need to represent this in inequality and interval notation. Let's talk about inequality first. This right here is a negative infinity, a positive infinity. Okay? All right. Inequality. All right. So you are using those. So this is how you're going to write it. X is less than or equals to negative 8, or x is bigger or equal to 0. All right, so that's the inequality part. I just put that two together. Okay, the interval notation. We have a negative infinity. Okay, so parenthesis, negative infinity, comma, negative 8 is a closed circle. Closed circle, 0, comma, infinity. So that's right there is your interval notation. Okay, what to do? Plus 9, cross it out. Minus 10x, minus 10x, cross it out. So 6x, 0, which means x is bigger than 0. Plus 16, cross it out. Minus 11x, cross it out. All right, which means x is less than or equal to 8. Okay, so let's sketch the graph for this. We have a 0, which is right here. It's a closed circle. X is bigger or equal to 0, so you move into the right of 0. We also have an 8 is on the right side of the 0. That's also a closed circle. X is less than or equal to 8, so you move to the left. Okay? All right. Okay, so here's a situation where your answer is you have infinite many solution. Okay? So basically, it doesn't stop to the left or to the right of the number line. All right? So your answer is all real numbers, or you can put in infinite many solutions. All right? And for the interval notation, it's negative infinity to positive infinity. Okay?